I don't know if it'll be fewer people. I think they will be, and I hate to use this, hope this doesn't come out wrong, trained differently, and they will have a different skill set than what a lot of businesses, corporations, sports leagues are looking at. I think that, as we fast forward to 2040, it won't be you have worked a post, you protected a venue by building a workforce of 1,000 folks to help secure it. I think the questions that folks in my shoes and bosses will ask is, what sort of training have you had in the analytics side? Tell me about the technologies that you have used to make us a more efficient and leaner workforce. Not that that hasn't happened today, but I think having that skill and set and background, covering the technology piece, video access, intrusion, analytics, predictive, is going to be, that will be, um, uh, I think will set some of the practitioners away from some of the folks who might not have that education and background.
I could see that we're going to be shifting, augmenting to individuals that with higher levels of capabilities, skill sets. The security guard is going to, for the most part, go away. We'll use these other individuals that can be doing other things for specialized missions within the security environment. The challenge that the only thing that is keeping robotics from taking over the guard agent right now is that it's not competitive, right? You're basically getting the same cost for a robotic guard as you are, a person guard, right? And they're limited capabilities. But we're getting to the point where the cost per dollar, you're going to see like $3, $4, $5 an hour. Not only that, I mean, the battery technologies that are going to be coming out in the future, there's some of the stuff that I'm seeing in battery technologies. We're talking about drones that are going to be able to run 8 hours without charging.
Always afraid of technology we don't know, and then there's always this mindset of, oh, it's going to take away positions and roles and responsibilities. But what it could potentially do, and I see the more positive side of what this is going to do, it's going to evolve our industry into something different 10 years from now. So from that standpoint, I think that when it comes to like robotics and like autonomous vehicles, what you're going to see is you're going to see the shift and new roles and responsibilities of maybe an advanced operator that can manage multiple robotics, where those robotics can give you enhanced recognition, perception about the environment. And then there's a person, that's basically controlling a group of these autonomous vehicles and robots and things like that, whether it's drones, and making decisions off of the data that it's providing that person.
But what are we doing to invest in the workforce in terms of upskilling them to be able to work in the current technological environment? We need to be investing in our workforce in teaching them about IT and cybersecurity concepts and skills. It is no longer a luxury to have somebody on staff that has a background in IT or cyber. It's required. And that goes for manufacturing, that goes for the integrators, and that goes for the security departments and security professionals within the end customers. So what I feel needs to happen is we need to be investing more in educating people on the new environments that we're working in, rather than just saying, okay, somebody else will take care of it. That's IT's problem. When you think about professional guarding, for example, in the past, it was an individual walking around with a flashlight and, logging what we need to invest in those people to give them the skill set to be able to take the information and critically think about what they're getting back, right, from analytics and other types of technology, rather than just having them walk around. Let's use the technology for enhancement of the people that are in there. And I don't even know if the augmented technology and all of these new technologies are going to replace the people in the workforce. I just think that there's not enough people to fill the positions that are available. So we're going to have that increased use of technology.
How do you educate your senior leadership, as well as your team, to see that that is not necessarily cutting the workforce down, but is making us agile, making better business decisions? Because at the end of the day, with all these questions here from a security standpoint, it's still going to be, how's it going to help move the business for whatever we're doing?
I will say that the chief security officer role has changed dramatically over the last 10 years or so. No longer are we taking, the former police chief, and he retires on a Monday, and then he or she comes to work in the private sector on a Tuesday. I think it's a very specialized skill, especially in a converged program where you have IT, OT, physical security, and emergency management all together, and it requires a career from the very beginning stages as a junior analyst or maybe a SOC analyst, all the way up into the CSO chair. And so I don't think there's this, you're a former law enforcement officer, you're going to fit right into security. It just doesn't work that way anymore. Nothing against law enforcement, but they're different skills, and technology has moved so rapidly that the skills are just different, which, by the way, I think is a good thing. It's less about the old Gates, Guns, Guards type program. Instead, we're gravitating towards what the new threats are. And in my scenario that I just posed to you, it's very focused on data. We need to be able to control the data, because today data is a commodity. It's the modern day currency as well.
I'm pretty excited and maybe a little naive, but I think it's going to be seen more and more as a pretty cool profession to be in, with high-tech solutions, and be attractive to younger and more technically skilled and more diverse workforce than we've had historically. I think we're doing a pretty good job, and I appreciate everything SIA is doing for women in security and driving diversity. But I think it's going to be, anyone who comes in the industry, I think it's pretty cool, and hopefully it's one of those industries that younger technical people actively search or focus to get into, as opposed to today where you kind of find yourself all of a sudden being security, and it's like it was never someone's goal. So that's my hope, and I think that will happen.